All right, sell or be broke. That's a very interesting topic. By the way, my conversation is not going to be strict to real estate. So it's going to be sales at the core. It's going to be sales generally, right? And one thing I've realized is that there are two sides of the divide when it comes to sales, right? There's the desperate side, and then there's the desired side. The desperate side are those who want to make money at any cost. How many of us have seen Wolf of the Wall Street? Anybody here? Wow, just one person. How many of us are realtors? How many of us are intending realtors? Okay, how many of us sell something? Okay. Nowadays, I struggle to recommend sales movies because you would start the movie to learn sales, but you learn a lot of other things too. Like drugs, like carrying women, and all those things. It seems like it goes hand in hand. But if you've seen Wolf of the Wall Street, you realize that, or there are movies, so let me just mention certain movies that you can just check out yourself. But viewers' discretion is advised. Wolf of the Wall Street, Glenn Ross, The Wall Street. There are two movies. There's The Wall Street. There is Boiler Room. Yeah, you can check out Boiler Room also. One thing you would see constant in all those movies, by the way, most of them are based on true life stories. Wolf of the Wall Street is a movie based on Jordan Belfort, right? One thing you see common and constant in all those movies is there's how do I put it now? An unguarded appetite for money. So they were selling stocks that were never going to be profitable, but they will sell it to you like you're going to become a billionaire next week, right? So, but then they didn't care. As long as they were going to make their commission, they will sell to you. And they were actually good sales guys. You can also check out certain mafia movies. You can check out this documentary of Pablo Escobar. It's on Netflix, right? And you will see that these guys, they are desperate. So that's the desperate side of the divide. Now, there's the desired side of the divide. That's like majority of those of you here. You know, you have good intentions. You just want to sell land. You just want to help people build wealth. And one thing I've noticed is that the desired side, most of the time, most of them struggle. Most of the time. In fact, there's something called the cost of expertise. It means that you can know so much on a particular topic, you cannot build wealth from that topic. That's why many professionals are broke. And, you know, there's something I used to say, it's up for debate, that it seems to me like there's a way you can be too ethical to be wealthy. I once asked my mentor, I told him, I said, how do you build wealth without crossing the line? I know what he replied me with. He said, who drew the line? So, and I'm going to balance it. First thing first is that there seems to be is what they call the matrix. There seems to be a box or a system that has been designed to ensure that not many people actually break into wealth. For example, we recently wanted to get a special economic zone license for our project in Ibadan. And we could not. Not because the thing was hard to get, but because there's a system in place that if you cannot spend, so you know, there's something they call PR now. PR simply means bribery. But they call it PR. Right? And that's just one. We also recently wanted to get our, SEC license. And, this is on camera. Let me just skip that. So let me use the SEC license because I don't want to be picked up. So these are some of the things I'm trying to say. That it looks as if there's a system in place that there's something called barrier of market entry. So the people that are already cabals in the industry have set that barrier to market entry such that up and coming guys just cannot break into that system. So if you would break into it, you have to now do beyond what the average person is going to do. Right? Like I said, I'm not just going to be teaching sales when it comes to real estate because what I would be teaching this morning, copy and paste it in anything you do, you would actually do well. So there's a desperate side, there's a desired side. Desperate side always win because they don't care. What they care about is that your money is better in their pockets. Simple. So whatever they need to tell you to get your money, they will tell you. But you see, many of us here, we have good intentions. We don't want to hurt anybody. We don't want anybody to feel bad. You know, you don't want to stress anybody. You are just nice. You know, you are godly. And I'm not saying you should not be godly, but it looks as if that is why some of us just will not touch this money. I was talking to someone recently, and he was complaining that he's in debt, you know, this and this and this. And he was scared. So I told him, I said, come down to my place. So first day, I didn't talk about the money. Just eat, sleep. Second day, I didn't talk about the money. Just eat. So he was confused. Sir, please, can we talk about what really brought me? I said, do you know the biggest debtor in Nigeria? He said, who? I said, Dangote. I said, how much do you owe? He said, the amount. I said, go and sleep. I told him, I said, number one, and I used to say this jokingly. Ideally, you should invest only what you can afford to lose. So if you invest with me and I would not pay you back, both of us are at fault. Am I making sense? So I'm trying to kill certain barriers in our mind so that when we step out of here, we can actually sell very well. Just follow me. So it looks as if most of us on the desired side, we are too cautious. We don't want to step on anybody's toes. We don't want to overdo something. My mentor would say that one thing you find with every poor person is that they never go all in. They just want to go in small. They just want to step out. They want to do it very cautiously. Right? And this is the first thing I'm going to say. If you want to do well on the desired side, first thing first, you must be obsessed with the product. You know one thing I noticed from all the movies I first said earlier? All the people that they were recruited to come and start selling, they didn't know anything about stocks. The owner of the company taught them what he wants them to know about stocks. And since that is all they knew about stocks, that is all they communicated. I used to crack joke with Dr. Bright. I'll tell him that the only reason why you sold more real estate than me is because I'm actually a certified and licensed investment person. You are not. So when I see a property, I can tell that this thing is overpriced. But when he sees a property, he just adds his margin and he just retail the property. Right? Now, you still make profit. But my own investment knowledge, right, as a security analyst, I'm already dissecting, okay, what will be the present value of this property? You know, what will be if I'm doing some market analysis of it, I'm already wasting time. Right? So one thing I would say, the first thing I'm trying to say is that you have to be obsessed with the product. Now, obsessed with the product in the sense that obsessed with what it can do for the client. There's this movie, Night School, and I'm using movies so that I'm trying to use something that is very simple for us to actually get. Kevin Hart he sells kitchen items, right? And it was so good that the owner of the store told him that when he dies, he's not going to give the store to his children, he's going to give it to his staff, to Kevin Hart. And why? He didn't have, and okay, let me say this first. He knows so much about kitchen items, and he would not want anybody to walk into the store and walk out without buying anything. So he will do whatever it takes for you to buy. Is it to dance? Is it to sing? Is it to hail you? Is it to make you laugh? Even if it's going to be dry jokes, his own is just that you are not living here unless you buy something. How many of us follow up with clients and sometimes you feel like you are disturbing them? It's because you don't need their money. At least let them block you first. That's when you know you are disturbing them. Until they block you, you are not done. Right? When we see sales as such, I was with a company recently, and I was training them, and I told them, I said, some of you are still patient. I would like to ask some figure question now, but how many of us have done 100 million this year? Nobody. Don't feel bad. But how many of us can still wait for the next 10 years before you do your 100 million? You don't really mind. It's not really, you will not die now. Will you die? Or you won't die. Nothing will happen, right? No, is it true? Okay. Oh, okay, what will happen? You know, I wanted to I wanted to get one car recently. I had priced it, I think 2024, and they gave me a price. So I wanted to price it again now, and I was like, wow. I thought they said cars don't appreciate in value. But on a serious note, how many of us can still wait for, God's time is the best. I'm still in my 20s. Maybe when in my 40s I can make my first 100 million. It's not bad. Is it bad? It's bad. So I told them, I said, some of us are still patient. We are meek and lowly in heart. Contentment, how did the Bible say it? Godliness with contentment is great gain. I'm not, when God wants to do it, God will bless me by himself, right? This is how I think. I'm made in the image and likeness of God, right? Good. God is a creator, right? So I'm a creator too. What does that mean? I create my own reality. If God has inspired me to do it, it means go and get it done. For most of us, we still wait. Let me share you a story. And I'm trying to buttress a point. When I moved to Abuja, right, first time. I'm quite foolish. And the only a foolish person could have done the things I've done. So when I moved to Abuja, I had, I think, about 125,000 in my account. I booked flights, 110,000. Don't try this at home. I got to the airport. How much was left in my account? 15,000. Then I took a boat. I already called a hotel. Make reservation for me. Get me your executive room. They said it was, I think, 50,000 naira or 75,000 thereabouts. I think they had deluxe room or something. So I said, okay, reserve it for me. I'm on my way. I just landed now. How much was my account? 15,000. I ordered boats. Exactly 15,000 naira from the airport to where I was going. Nice. But do you know what happened? I got to the hotel, no money. But the way I spoke to the guy, he can never believe there's no money in my account. So I told him, you know what? Where's my room? He showed me. I said, okay, you know what? Okay, write your account, put it there. All right, I will call someone out to transfer money to you. You can leave me, please. And I don't want disturbance for the next 1 hour. He said, all right, sir. It was there that I started to make calls and started to sell. I got the money to pay for the hotel. Don't try this at home. I'm trying to say that, see, this is my own formula for everything I've done in my life. And I learned it from Dr. Stephen Akintayo. He said one statement, and I just took it. Some of you, we say some things, and you think it's figuratively. Me, I take things literally. He said, success is like jumping out of a moving plane, skydiving. He said, jump out and find a way to land. So I took it. So when I say, for example, let me give you an example. Recently, all my team members now, they are currently on flight to Abuja. I'm moving all my guys to Abuja. The day I told them that you guys are going to be flying on the 12th of September, their accommodation was not sorted yet. Agents was still doing me. But I just gave them a date. And my mind, that day they will fly, whether they will sleep on, they will shall figure it out. Or that they are not going to sleep outside, don't worry. But I'm saying as that when I gave them the date, it was not figured out yet. I've never gotten any property with money in my account. Maybe Dr. Bright will tell you. Sometimes when you see us launch property, you think, that guy dropped some money. I'm telling, in fact, the first property I launched, I was still squatting with someone. So I didn't have rent, but I put 50 acres of property under contract. One of my favorite characters in the Bible is Daniel. You know why? He knows how to sell. He got to a place, they told him they were going to sell. He said, no. You know what? Give me this and this. In 7 days, come back and check me whether I'll be this. That's selling. The king told them to go and kill someone. He told them, you know what, hold on, just give me this and this and this. I will try to see if I can do it. You accept everything that people throw at you, that life throw at you. You don't know how to make deals. For example, can you stand up? Why did you stand up? Why? Who am I to ask you to stand up? Am I feeding you? Am I clothing you? So why can I command you like that? Sit down. That is how most of us respond to life. Hello, ma. I'm calling from Odesha Properties. I'm trying to say, don't call me again. Oh, sorry, ma. I'm sorry, ma. I need to. You reach out to someone, the person says, you are disturbing me. I'm sorry for disturbing you. Why are you apologizing? Until you are here in your mind and your client is here, you struggle with sales. You must always see yourself. Even if that prospect is a billionaire, when it comes to the property I'm offering you, sir, you can't see what I'm seeing. When I say obsession with products, I'm saying be so confident in that product, in whatever it is that you are selling, that every other product looks fake. I learned this from Coca-Cola and Pepsi. Hope you know if you work in Coca-Cola, Pepsi is called poison. If you work in Pepsi, Coca-Cola is called poison. But you don't mind your clients going to buy from another person. After all, if that works for you, you can go ahead. Are we together? You make clothes or you sell. I'm trying to say whatever it is you do until it becomes the only thing anybody should wear. The only thing anybody should wear. We are not, selling is not, see, by the way, selling, when she said in this industry, is in every industry. It's in every industry. Nobody gets anything tangible done by just, nobody makes any tangible revenue by just accepting that, maybe I will not, maybe it will go, maybe it will not go. It's in your hands. We still have, okay, let me give a practical example. I did a program recently, 30 days additional intelligence. Is there anybody here that is on that platform? Okay, they're there. And I told them, I said, the target I'm setting for everybody is 10 million naira, right? In the next 30 days. Did somebody do it or not? The person that did it, that's her second month in real estate. She closed a 10 million naira deal. But why did she do it? She was one of the people that I insulted the most on that platform because she's quite a little bit close to me. So when she does some things, when I see her, I can insult her. But some of us, one of the movies I love so much is Suits. I know why I love Suits. Even though you are my boss, if I don't like what you are doing, I'll tell you. I understand that we have a culture of honor here, but that's also why many of us are wimps. Your boss is doing some maltreating you do, and you just can't stand up for yourself, but you are crying to God in prayer. I don't get sometimes. And it's because we live our lives, we live with a kind of victim mindset. Copy and paste it in sales too. You just cannot stand up. You just cannot insist on this thing. Obsession. Even when we say, there's something I say, I tell people, I say, show up. This used to be the second thing I would say, show up like crazy. Because sales is a numbers game. The only reason why I'm selling more real estate than probably you is because I already have, for example, I have over 300,000 followers. Do you see why? It's a numbers game. The more people sees me, even if what I'm saying is nonsense, at least if 1 million people are seeing me in a month, one person will buy. Even if what I'm selling is foolish, one person which will like the foolishness. There's someone in this country that all he knows how to do is speak bad English, and is richer than many of us in this room. And the guy is so influential that he's a topic of debate in your house. And even your family members are not discussing you. And you think that guy cannot mentor you. But do you know why? He shows up more than you. They were interviewing Shode. They were interviewing Shode recently, and he said when he was promoting caution, he was making 60 videos a day. So why will he not be successful? Sometimes you need to tell yourself that I deserve where I am. Oh, I deserve to be broke. No, I deserve it. Now I'm right where I'm supposed to be. Because that's sales. When I joined the real estate firm, first time, I had ITEL P37. You can go and check out the phone. I still have the phone. I keep it as a memorial. ITEL P37. Before I can make videos with that phone, I will have to find a window and open and put the phone directly on the window so that lights can flood my face. But that same phone made me my first sale. Because guess what? I was recording one video per day and I was going live twice a day. 12 p.m. to 12:30 on Instagram, 12:30 to 1 p.m. on Facebook. Every single day, Monday to Sunday. If I ask someone now that has not made, let's say, 1 million naira in the last 30 days, that, okay, how often do you market? You will see why the person has not done what they are doing. So when we say sell or be broke, sell also is the momentum you add to it. Even if what you are saying is nonsense, there's a momentum you add to it. How many of us know Gege? You are pretending, Abi? You don't know him. How many of us think that what this guy is saying is dumb now? Okay, how many of us, how many of us know Cider Budge? You see? So many of us know him. She's the one that said that if a guy toasting in the morning, billing 500k in the afternoon. But guess what? Go and check. How many of us can pull up our phone? Check how many times she has posted in the last 24 hours. There was a day I called my media guys. I showed them. I said, this is a billionaire. This is Grant Cardone. How many times has he posted today? 6 times. This is another billionaire. How many times has he posted today? 5 times. This is another billionaire. How many times has he posted today? They said 3 times. I said, how many times have you posted today? They said once. I said, do you see that now? It's simple. That's just it. Even if all you do is just pull out phone like this. By the way, many of us even have smartphones. But yet you won't put out anything. I don't know whether it's good enough. It's because you are still patient with poverty now. You can still spend 1 more year there and nobody will die. Nothing will happen. You won't even fall sick. Some of us we don't do health checkup. Not because, it's because you can't afford it, but it's because I don't fall sick. The theme is sell or be broke. If I come here and start speaking grammar, I'm wasting your time, right? Today now, how many promotions are you going to do for your business? For that new real estate thing you are doing? And I'm not saying posting flyers. I'm saying your own personal promotion. Videos. By the way, we now live in a video world. If you go on App Store and check Instagram, you see videos, friends, and creators. It means it's videos. It's videos. Obsession with the product. Show up like crazy, knowing that it's a numbers game. That is why the mafia guys that's why they will be rich. Do you understand this thing? And you know why I like mafia? It's either you do business with me or I buy you. There's no in between. Will you buy my drugs? No. Simple. Will you be my partner to be on the same side? No, you don't want to be my partner. I kill you because you are my rival, and I cannot have a rival. I'm not saying you should go and kill other realtors. But I'm saying that when will you get tired of explaining why you don't have $1 million in your account? This economy, I was privileged to stay in Banana Island for some time. And there was a time that, I can't remember the year now, where I think that's when fuel scarcity came up a bit. I can't remember the year now. When everybody was lamenting, my neighbor bought a G-Wagon of 480 million naira. Otedola just bought 2 houses, just so his daughter can, just for venue, wedding venue. It's vanity, Abi. It's vanity. That does not mean you make heaven. Heaven is the goal. Someone said, it was, my mentor was saying that many of us are in chains. How many of us know that you are in chains? Sorry. Let me ask you a question. You will know whether you're in chains or you're not in chains now. Can you decide now that you're going to Dubai? You are in chains. So you're actually in prison. No, what's prison? You don't have freedom now. Can you decide now that, I was staying with someone, I can mention her name, you know her. But don't let, I was staying, is this Ibadan here? She woke up one morning. One of my secrets, one of the things that helped my heart, or that helped me to push further, is because of the things I consume. And when I live with someone that is ahead of me, I observe them. I studied them as if, I just noticed that she came early morning, and she looked at her son body, and she said, what's these rashes? And she looked up. I'm telling you as exactly as it happened. I'm not adding anything to it. She looked up and said, this weather. And she told her assistant, please, book a flight for all of them. We are going to the US today. I'm telling you, that day they left for Lagos. The same night they left for the US. Can you, even Ghana, you can't vex and go. No. You can't vex and go. I say you're not in prison. Even Lagos. You know, there was a time when I was in school that we used to compete that I know where they used to take Sole. You don't know where they used to take Sole. Do you know what Sole is? Sole is where you get cheap cars, but they can kidnap you. You know, so Iloni to Ibadan should be 1,000 naira, but Sole will be like 300 naira. So you walk down away from garage, so all those cars, you now be waving, Ibadan sir. So we'll be competing. Poverty is so sweet in competition. We'll be competing that, I know where, do you know this place in Geralimi? No, I know this place in Sawmill. All because you cannot afford 1K for transport. Some of you now, you know where they sell the best thrift wears. You even argue, thrift wear is quality than most of your designers. Poverty has lectured you. You are a good student of poverty. Obedient student. Sell or what? Be broke. That's the topic. It's not me that chooses the topic, right? Let me start wrapping up. If you get angry now, if you decide now that, I used an example the other time. I said there's a guy in this Nigeria, all he has is that he knows how to speak bad English. You're not getting the analogy. Are you that empty? But the way he pushes that singular thing that he has is on. Recently just signed a deal with Kik. I think $500,000 or thereabouts. Or is it 500 million? 500 million. You will know it. Just signed a deal with Kik. And all he has, and you even complain, no? This generation, look at the people we are watching. Why are you watching him? Because he shows up every single day. Nobody is watching him because you are just starting your content creation journey, but you are posting once a day. Or you are even posting once a week. There's this guy, Tolibian. When he dropped Ramadan, the guy was creating like 30 videos a day. Oga, put on your chest and say that I deserve where I am. That's the truth. We don't even put in, we just say it. Miss, I go buy jet. If you go like this, I swear, car save if you no buy. Don't you know people in their 40s that don't own cars? It's not impossible now. You can still tell your child that, you now you can decide that me, I don't want to be the one to live the name of my family. So you now tell your child, you to live the name of do you understand what I'm trying to say? I have an analogy that this will be controversial. That if you are a lady and you marry you marry and you refuse to change your name to your husband's name, it's because you have concluded that my husband's name can never be greater than my father's name. Simple. Why did I say that? If you know that this your name will stand for something in your lifetime, with this thing that you're doing, whether real estate, at least me now, you know Adesina. If you want to do real estate, do it. If you don't want to do, go and do something else. I used to tell my team, don't be another noise in the market. Do it and be so. Nobody can ignore you. One of the quotes by Steve that I liked, he said, you can disagree with them, you can vilify them, you can glorify them. One thing you can't do is to ignore them. I'm not really good with interpersonal relationship. Right? But one thing I know is that when I carry something, people I want to meet also want to meet me. And I'm telling you, I've seen it happen over and over again. I gave an example recently. There was a course I wanted to do in 2021. The amount was 100,000 naira. I could not afford it. This year, I was brought to come and lecture that same program. I didn't go as a student. I went, so they didn't know why I was smiling. That this same course, I could not afford to be a student. But how did it start? During COVID. I just knew that there's something I need to know. That if I know this thing, something can change. And thankfully, we had this study in our house. Not my house, though, my uncle's house. So we had this study in our house. We were like 5 guys, no, about 4 guys, yeah, that were living in the house. I saw that the way all of us are going, we'll be broke. What did I do? I changed my room and everything to the study. I read till I fell sick. This is my own template. You don't have to follow it. And the way I read, I don't read to know. I read to practice. So when I read Gemovia, and now we sold this bank, and now we was walking around. When I started selling snacks packs, I started walking around also. Some of you should know Ibadan now. I wake up in the morning. I was squatting someone in Aerodrome because I started to do a lot of business. They thought I was into, my way was not sure, so my uncle sent me out of the house. So I started to call my friend in Aerodrome. I'll wake up in the morning, dress up, carry my bag, then I will trek from Aerodrome to Ojo. Right. When I'm coming back, I will now enter from Songo and go to Gates and then trek back home. And I was doing that every single day. Once I see your store, if you are there, I'll walk in, I'll sell digital marketing to you. If you are not there, I'll pick your number on your billboard, I'll go and cold call you at home. That's how I learned cold calling. I didn't learn it in books. My first client was Tonic Software Music Academy in Gates. I trekked from here to Gates to close the client, to even know the client. Then I trekked there every day in conversation to close the client. And how much was it closing? 50,000 a month. But guess what? I didn't stop. Someone sent me a message one day, said, I'm hungry. I don't have anything to eat. If it's 1,000, I'll send it. I replied the person. I said, hold on. There's no market in your area you can go and carry load for people. There's no person you can fetch water for. There's no place you can do car wash. There's a car wash opposite Aerodrome. How many of you, if you know, there's a car wash. I've washed car there before as a graduate. And I graduated with 2-1. So it's not that I had no book. But and guess what? I resigned from IITA to go and do car wash. I was earning in dollars. Now me won't do business. So don't think I could not get a job. In fact, I had 2 offers. I have an offer in Coca-Cola. I had IITA. I choose IITA. So I was not a dullard. But I knew what I want. And even as then, I was not seeing that suffering. I've told the story before that I took my laptop. I was hungry. Took my laptop to Mokola. There's an Oraimo store facing Mokola Bridge like this. You see that today. I walked in, I said, sir, I'll give you my laptop. You give me 2 headsets. I'll go and sell in traffic. I'll come back, you give me money. He said, no, your laptop is not worth 2 headsets. So now how broke I was. So he gave me 1 headset. I gave him. Went to Mokola traffic. Sold. Came back. Gave him. Got that now. Sold. Dinner. Set. Went back home. Some of you, no one knows you yet, but you are still shy. You are still thinking what people think, what people say. You are not yet ready. You are still patient. You can still wait for the next 2 years. You know? You can still afford to do wedding and be posting your account balance. Please, help me support any way you can support. I was telling my friends, I said, the only reason why people go to snap pictures in hotel when it's not an iconic or a conceptual picture is because they are poor and their house is not befitting of wedding pictures. If your house is finer than most hotels, you don't even need to go to a hotel. You just come to my house. There are a lot of scenery. So some things is poverty inspired, but we standardized it. It's because our house are not good enough. Why do you go to content studios and rent Airbnb? Shoot content. Why? But you can just decide today that this thing I want to start selling, I create 5 videos a day. I go live every single day. In 30 days, come back and tell me you are still at the same level. And if you need money to run ads, nobody knows you yet. So you can still do anything. Go and fetch order for people. Raise 200,000 naira for marketing. Use it to run ads. There was a semester in school when I learned, by the way, there's hardly any digital skill I don't know. I can build website, I can do design, I can do video editing. How did I learn it? My allowance in school was 10,000 naira. Most times, in fact, there was an exam I did that all I drank throughout the 1 week of exam was Gary and sugar. And the guy that we did together is still alive. Not that I spend the money lavishly. I used to pay for a graphic design skill. I have ulcer, so I need to eat. Are you living fine with the ulcer? The ulcer, Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That might be insensitive. I'm sorry. But I'm saying that sometimes we are too emotional too about these things. Yourself in trouble. Sell. You know someone that you know this person has money. Was it Boiler Room? Yes. No, I think it was Wall Street. The guy called a particular person at a particular time for 67 days in a row. 8 a.m. today, 8 a.m. tomorrow, 8 a.m. Once you call twice, you're like, maybe they will say I'm disturbing them. Maybe they will say, you don't want it. That's just it. How many of us can still afford to end this year and still have to pray to God for rent? Or see, one of the things I'm grateful for, and it might be funny to you, is that when I was young, I had the opportunity to hawk. So, omile sonimi, if you know the meaning. So there's no fruit I've not hawked before. Mango, orange, all those things. If I just call me a learning a year, meaning I used to smile with it. And I noticed, so I learned it that if I don't hawk 2 times a day, ewedu alasekpo lamaje. You know ewedu alasekpo? Ewedu that you cook, then you put atagungun and salt and maggi. So that's stew plus ewedu combined. And then sometimes, if you see fish, you are lucky. But if I hawk 2 times a day, we'll make soup and ejayiyan. And me, I like soup and ejayiyan. So I have to find a way to make sure I hawk 2 times or 3 times a day. So there are times when I get someone that wants to buy from me, and they are negotiating, and maybe their child is crying. I leave my stuff and start playing with the baby. And they will look at that and let me just buy from you. I fetched order for someone before because he was negotiating. I was talking yam. So she wanted to buy 2 of the, I can't remember how much she priced. I said, so I know that she wanted to go and fetch water. I said, man, I snatched the bucket, went to fetch water for her. Fill that drum. She did not have any chance but to buy it. Why? Because there's something I had in mind I wanted to do. You can still afford to end this year broke. That's what I'm saying. If you don't want to, you can decide today that even if I do not eat my goal by December, I will know that I'm very close. I say that your growth is as fast as you want it to be. And, people have theorized it. No, there is this, there is that. There's timing for Kiniko. Me, I still insist on it. Your growth is as what? Fast as you want it to be. You decide today that you put in this level of work to this kind of thing you are starting to do today, you'll be shocked at how fast results can come. You'll be shocked. You'll be shocked. So the summary of what I'm trying to talk about this morning is that get discontented. Get discontented. And it's because most of us are too scared of failing. We are too scared of being embarrassed. Let me tell you one story as I wrap up. I started doing investors dinner in 2022. So the first one was in Lagos Continental. So I didn't know that they used to buy water because I've never been there before. So I didn't know they used to buy water and all. So I just paid for the buffet. Salary for like 4 months to host one dinner. So when they finished, and the money that was on my pocket was just my transfer fare home. And I was not even enough to the water that we drank. So they said, where's the money for the water? I said, they sell water for you. I thought it was part of the buffet. They said, no. Thank God for one of my friends that followed me that paid for that. Now, when I did a couple of it, then I moved to Abuja. Me, if I say I want to do something, I get it done. So a client was supposed to pay that day. That was the money we were supposed to use to pay for the dinner. No problem. So I got one of the guys that was working with me then said, we have the money back. I know that if I tell him we don't have the money yet, he won't agree to post it. I said, we have the money in my account. He said, no problem. We got there, we did the dinner, closed like 2 clients there, but they didn't pay immediately. So I know my work is done. Then the client I was supposed to pay did not pay. Guess what? I was locked up in Transcorp Hilton. Many of you don't know Transcorp has cell. Okay, I'm telling you now. I'm from a cell returnee. How much was it? I think 205,000 naira or so. I was still there in the midnight. What was I doing? Selling, entering people's DMs. And one guy said, let me just do and share deposit of 250,000 naira. That's how I paid them, and we left at 3 a.m. But guess what? If I didn't take that risk, the 2 clients that paid the following week would not pay. So because of the shame of 3 hours that nobody is even going to see, if I didn't tell you, will you know? I would have lost 2 clients then. That's the thing now. We don't want to just get uncomfortable. And I don't blame you. Some of you still have an uncle you can call. You still have a daddy that, your parents can love you to poverty. Thankfully, I don't have a, if I perish, nobody's coming. I dropped out of secondary school because I could not pay school fees. And I will walk back to the same secondary school I walked to. Maybe that's why I'm shameless. Imagine, or your classmates know that it's because you don't have school fees that you dropped out. Then you now walk wara back. And say, wara, your classmates are buying from you. And you're still cruising after that teacher now. So some of us, all the shame, we don't care. I don't, how do you wear one clothes every day? I don't have clothes, buy for me. Abi now. We want to impress. You want to show that you are not poor, but you are poor. You are poor, but you want to. Why fake it when it can be real? It can be real. You can actually have the money. Set standards for yourself. There was a day I decided I was never going to enter public transport, interstate travel by road again. It was a decision. Did I have the money then? No. There was time I decided. Before I got into a relationship, then I used to tell myself, every time I see couples on bike, I would tell myself, God forbid. I would never do such a thing. Have standard. I've been saying it when I was broke, that I don't want to live in block of flat when I'm married. Detached, fully detached house. Only me, the compound. Those standards that propel us to do. So with that kind of standard, I know I cannot sleep. Let me tell you something. On the night of my introduction day, I was live on Instagram. In fact, while I was in the meeting where they were prostrating, I was talking to a client on my phone. She liked me because love is blind, Abby. They play. I'm telling you. The way my team, my guys, they know. They know I can go live anywhere. I can sell anywhere. I know they think I'm. Because I know what is pursuing me. We're setting up staff lodge, everything. I know how much it will cost me. You now think me I'll be doing something like you. My own shame, it will be open for the world to see. Your own shame, you can still cover it in your self-content. Sell or be broke. Sell or be broke. Sell or be broke. For 2 years, I didn't speak to any of my family members. Too good, not one of them. They might be watching, I don't care. Not one. I have 4 siblings. Not one of them. Why? None of you can help me. Let me go and find myself. You too, now. Sometimes when they see my picture on banner, they won't stop and send it to me. If I did not leave, both of us would still be in the same place. Go and perish first. Go, throw yourself away. As you are right now, what is... I don't know how... Me, see, if I had a different journey, I'll have something different to say. But this is the only thing I can say from my own journey. Abi? And many of you are like me. See, let me even quickly talk to those of us that you know that there's nobody to help you. But you are copying someone that has uncle. Yamaje. You are copying someone that has uncle. Someone that can go to now is already in UK. You think it's 2 million to go to UK. My best friend from school till now is currently in Canada. At school, we are not on the same level. Because this guy wears Rolex. Even though we are living in the same house. I know. This boat for me 10-0. I know. So when we are sleeping, me, I don't sleep. And Mr. Bright, do you know what I've noticed also? Even those people sometimes are more hardworking than even those of us from home background. I'm telling you. You see someone that does not have reasons to even put effort. They are putting more effort than you. You won't do videos. You won't write anything. If it is video you want to do it and know that they can't call you lazy in this thing. If it is cold calling, there was a time I used to go to LinkedIn. Try it and see how hard it is. Every day I had a target of getting 50 contacts from LinkedIn. So you go to LinkedIn, you click on learn contact info. Sometimes only their mail you will see. Sometimes you see their. So sometimes you have to send them an email if you know what is email on LinkedIn, or you wait for them to get connect. So some people hide their contact. People you can easily click on contact info and see their contacts. So most time you have to go through like 500 contacts to see 50 contacts that you call. Then I will start cold calling them, and I must search for 50 contacts on LinkedIn and call 50 of them. I wish one of my guys is there. I had the jotter where I will put and I'll start ticking. I such that I've said it before. The owner of the company came one day and said, apart from me in this company, the most hardworking person is Adesina. 12 a.m. so I'm seeing the office. So when you see, and by the way, some of us, what you see today, you might think we are comfortable. Pressure. I used to think, there was a time I was looking for 200,000 self-contained in Ibadan here, behind someone that year. I thought once I get there, pressure. I have just one question for you. Are you tired of being patient? Or you can still do 5 more years? Me, I will do giveaway. Don't worry now. Let me be making the money. I can do give. 10 of you comment to account number, send 10,000 to you. Me, I can do that. Me, I like to give to poor people. Right? Don't my comment section is open. Comment your account. You can even send me DM. I'll do giveaway. And I can employ people to office assistants, drivers, all those things. And I pay very well. So you don't even have to dream big. You don't have to really do much. You have job offer with me, Dr. Bright, and everybody. Abi would employ you. But you can still wait for 2 more years, 5 more years, 10 more years. When I was in school and I see graduates, there's a way they dress. I will look at them and say, why do you think, see, let me tell you something. Why I actually started wearing cap and kaftan. I used to look at my video and I'll say, I want my child to be able to show his classmates my video. And they will see that he's a big man. So then I didn't have money, but I wanted to start looking like it. So I don't want to look like one small boy, big man. Standards. And once you say standards, you don't know that you have to pursue it. You have to pursue it. You have to pursue it. I was in Lagos recently. I was with 3 people in the house, in the same house with me. I'm the one paying their salaries. I was the last person to sleep. I was the first person to wake up. It will be funny. That I can't understand that. You're on my payroll, but I'm still working harder than you. So you see why they're on my payroll. That's why they're on my payroll. What have you written as you are here now? Or you just don't feel good from my session. Don't, in fact, feel terrible. What have you written now that from today I'm going to start doing? That even your friend will be like, Tiekpo. There was a time they had to lock the study because of me. They go and do some. Get a life. Life care. What is life when I'm broke? Is that life? That's prison. If your mom falls sick now, can you pay abuse? Or we have to hear on social media? They are raising funds. These are the questions I ask myself. If one police wants to treat your fuck up now, do you have someone you can call? These are the you are living in Nigeria. And you are comfortable being in Nigeria. That a policeman can decide to just kill you. Why? Because they just like your face. How many of us like money? Like money looks good on you. You know that money fits you. Not small money, like correct money. How many of you cannot, your child come to you and you give the child £250,000 as business grants? To start with. And if you finish it, just come back. Or you also be don't say, Pastor Omar Badra, and man, that's your business. My friend not oil. It's not his money. Just give me grants. Just give me. Don't complicate this journey. Just give me this thing. Am I saying in prayer is no? But I'm saying that sometimes we do some mechanical effort because there's no substance. There's no substance. No substance. And what I'm even fighting for is that you make it happen now. You can't be driving Ferrari when you are 90. It's when you are in your 30s that is sweet, that you can rev. No girl is going to look at you when you are wearing Rolex in your 80s. It's now that you enter and it's Okomashano. Get. And no girl will look at you. I tell you about joke when you lay jai learning now. So that's how Yoruba ask your Yoruba friends. I'm just being honest. Can you make it happen this year? We still have October, November, December. 90 days is enough. I'm telling you. In the last 90 days, I don't want to be saying some figures. I was with a friend. Okay, let me use a friend's example. April this year, he has done 600 million. He's not yet 30. Another thing we do is that when we see young people doing well, we think they have a special grace. Instead of it to ask, what is this person doing? Or study the work that the person is putting in. You see, God will have mercy on whom we have mercy. Or you start finding an excuse. You don't know who is bankrolling them. I'm saying as someone that has been there. So it's not that I'm trying to shame anybody. And if you think I'm shaming you, if that would help, yes, I'm shaming you. You cannot beat me. If you can beat me, I will run. Can you make a decision today? Especially if you are here and you are married. And this is serious. See, begging you. Let me talk to men. I'm a married man now. I'm not married though. But I've seen some things. And even though I'm not married, I know marital responsibilities I'm handling. I know I'm young, but please, start from you getting dissatisfied. Yesterday I said, I'm not I'm not going to borrow money again. I will die. Let me go and... That was what led me to go and do car wash. If it's business loan, separate. But that's being by me. No. And all the things I mentioned then, I've done it. I've fetched water for people, wash house for people, do cleaning for people. This photographer knows me. And he knows when I used to be broke. But you can just decide now and say to do 1, 2, 3 from now. You can make 5 videos before you leave here. Your house is not that fine. That's banner outside. Quickly run like 10 videos there. Sharp. You're editing it at home. Quickly go live. Sharp. I have microphone if you want to borrow. Quickly go live. Sharp. Quickly sell. Some might not buy today. They'll see the video tomorrow. They'll buy. That's how I think. Don't talk. That's why I told Mr. Bra, I said, you like meetings. I don't like talk. Let's move. Let's do something. Let's know that we are moving. Hello, what are we doing? What do you think? Don't distract me. Let's work. All this talking, we are strategizing. Okay, we are going to do this. Let's get it done. Let's get it done. I'm currently 26. And my goal for my 30th birthday for myself is 2 things. Number 1, I want to gift myself 1004 estate in Lagos. Do you know the estate? How many of us know the estate? So every time you pass, they just be saying that's Adesina's birthday gift, 30th birthday gift. I want to buy it for myself. If you don't know, you Google it. Google 1004 estate, 104 estate in Lagos. I want to buy it for myself as birthday gift. Then secondly, I want to go and cut my cake in space. There's now space tourism now, Virgin. That's my... So, you see that I cannot be hustling like I'm hustling. Baseboard, me, I gone. Your own 30th birthday or 50th birthday now, fellow society, you know? I be Premier Hotel. That's all. Some of you, your biggest vision is someone's throwback. That cannot be God that gave you that vision. I just want to be like Dangote or Gautishe, find new thing. Dream bigger. Dream bigger. Oh, but I hope there's nobody here that I just want to be comfortable. I've never seen any comfortable middle class. I've never seen. It's a lie. It's a lie from pit of hell. I've never seen any comfortable middle class person. Even if they can at least afford to pay their bills, you will see the strain. You will see the struggle. You will see the strain that, it's weighty. They will tell you, how much your son's school fees? That's still prison. I said it now. How many of us can vex now and go to Ghana? Even flights to Abuja. Are we going to do something about it? Are we going to stop making excuses? Are you going to forget that there's anybody coming to help you? See, it sounds unfair. Even me, I used to wonder sometimes that, but the only way you can turn it into something that you cannot have leverage is that first, if you know you don't have anybody, now you become somebody, then create the environment for your children so that they don't have to worry. Someone told me something. He said, many of us, give me an analogy. He said sometimes, if I give Mr. Bright, let's say 100 million right now, and the money, the investments, did not yield well, he might not be a bad manager. He might actually need another 100 million naira to actually recoup everything back. He said, but because you don't have enough, when you give your child 250,000 naira and it's for you say, money no kuno, money, die. That one can be for testing. When you give him another one, it will yield. For the sake of your unborn children, at least do something. Do something about it. If you are here and you want to do real estate, do it. Shut out every other thing. There's something with focus. You die there. I give it everything. Dead or alive, me. I just stay there. This thing, it works. I wrote an exam, my capital market and security analysis exam. I wrote it for 15 hours on a seat, on a spot. I studied mass communication first degree. So how did I learn investment management, financial statement analysis, all those things without a teacher? You want it, you pay the price to learn it. I'm a financial modeling and evaluation analyst. I'm a capital market and security analyst. I'm a financial planner and wealth management professional. What's the other one? Wealth management something. Guess what? As I speak to you right now, I'm currently doing an MBA and another BS in economics together. I wrote 15 exams 2 weeks ago. And I'm still running my company. In fact, the video that I'm currently cutting excerpts from, I recorded it the morning of my last paper. Sometimes, as I'm in the exam, I'm calling them. Is the studio set? I'm coming back to record because I'm launching a product next month. And we need to have 100 videos there before it is launched. So as I was writing all those things, I was recording videos, going live sessions. You know why? My own goal is that if I fail, like I used to say, I am it baje. For you, if you fail, you know, God is faithful and is merciful. You're going to get something doing it today. I'm not saying tomorrow, I'm saying today. I want you to have sleepless nights tonight. How many of us have not, in the last 30 days, you've not made $1 million. Okay, all of us have made $1 million in the last 30 days. Okay, how many of us have made $1 million in the last 30 days? One person. You know yourself, and you're also still sleeping. But what is sweet in that sleep that you're sleeping? You sleep poor, you wake up poor. You sleep agitated, you wake up anxious. You sleep. Even me that have made it, I'm still not sleeping well. I don't have a good night. I'm telling you the fact. I'm not joking. No. I don't have a good night. Dr. Bright, any good night? I said, oh, God, try the rest too. I was still telling him. I'm saying that someone who knows how it feels. And I'm saying that even yourself, the only way you feel good about yourself is that you know price. I paid the price. I know people that were living together, rubbing bomb together on the same bed. There was a time one of them reached out to me and he was saying, please, sir, let me know when you'll be free. You know why? Knowledge has created a gap between us. I didn't set any boundary. He saw it and what it changed? If you have friends that they met you last year, they met you this year, they go see. I'm saying there are some friends like that, so don't get me wrong. But there are some that you see and be like, They will not even know when they bend. They will not know. It will be reflex. I'm traditional. Kilo share. Me, I believe in knowledge. And that's why I consume knowledge. I have a mantra. Let it be. That all I need is to open my mouth for 5 minutes. You know the quality of person I am that you want to do business with me. Why some people are praying for God, visa to this, visa to that. I have someone that is on my neck right now to bring me to the UK. I'm the one insisting. I have another person to. In fact, he said my what's it called? The invitation is going to come from mayor's office. I'm not telling him, just give me time. How many of us have read a book in the last 30 days? Finished a book. How many of us have read 10 books this year? Just 2 people. Even books we won't read. How many of us knows Alex Omozi? How many of us watched that 7 hours video he did for his lunch? Finish. See? I've watched it 2 times. I was telling someone, he said, when Apostle was teaching, I was just seeing you in him. He said, So I asked him a question. I said, he did a series, Kingdom Wealth. I said, how many times have you listened to that series? He said twice. I said, for me, it has been on repeat. Thank you so much, everybody.